Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my podcast, To Be Coined. I'm your host, Jeetu Ragani, and I'm sure that you people are going to love today's episode as we embark our journey to the continent of North America. I'm starting today's episode with an interesting fact. You people may have already gotten a little hint from the title itself. So, the interesting fact here is that the Royal Canadian Mint has produced coinage for over 73 countries. It has minted coinage for some major countries like Argentina, Australia, China, India, Mexico, New Zealand, UAE, United Kingdom, USA, and so on. Coinage in Canada began way back in the 17th century when it was one of the French colonies. In the early 1660s, the French colonists bartered goods but used the 5 sol French coin, which was made in the year 1670. The silver coins, which were sent from France, were taken out of circulation by the merchants who used these coins to pay their taxes and buy European goods. In 1685, coin shortage grew so severe that colonial authorities resorted to playing cards. This practice continued off and on for many years. In the 1720s, despite the coin shortage, playing cards were banned from being used as currency. So, a 30 deniers coin, which is also known as the Mousquetaire, was produced. These coins were specifically made to be shipped overseas to the colonies where they were to be used for trade. The word mousquetaire is French for musketeer, and the reason these coins were called mousquetaire was because of the outline of the cross, which appears on the reverse side of the coin, and it represents the short coats worn by French musketeers. In the 1800s, the British colonial rule didn't solve the currency shortage, so additional Spanish American dollars were imported to Canada, and the officials were told to punch the centerpiece out of each of the dollars, and they were hence called holy dollars and dumps. During the 1850s, as the trade with the United States increased, the colony wanted to replace the sterling system, which was being used since 1760, with the US decimal system. So, between 1853 and 1857, Canada adopted the decimal system and issued coins in the 1, 5, 20 and 50 cent denominations. These coins were minted in England since there were no minting facilities in Canada. In 1867, the term Dominion was adopted to describe the status of Canada in the British Empire. The central government assumed responsibility and undertook to legalize its own currency. Ottawa issued new series of coins in the denominations of 1, 5, 10, 25 and 50 cents. Between 1868 and 1869, the Canadian government took the US silver coins out of circulation to ensure that only Canadian coins were used. On January 2, 1908, the Royal Mint opened its branch in Ottawa. Governor General Earl Grey struck the Dominion's first domestically produced coin, a silver 50-cent piece, bearing the effigy of His Majesty King Edward VII. On December 1st, 1931, the Ottawa branch of the Royal Mint officially became the Canadian Institution and was renamed as the Royal Canadian Mint. In 1935, the first silver dollar was issued by the Royal Canadian Mint, commemorating the silver jubilee of His Majesty King George V. The reverse side of the coin portrays a voyager and an aboriginal paddling a birch bark canoe. In 1943, the Royal Canadian Mint adopted tumbac, a type of brass, for the 5-cent piece. The coin had a 12-sided shape and it displayed the patriotic V for victory, which was made famous by Winston Churchill, and a burning torch. in 1949, the Defense Department commissioned the Royal Canadian Mint to strike war medals in honor of Canadians' gallant war service. As the price of silver rose, the cost of minting silver circulation coins became prohibitive. So, in August 1968, the mint issued its first nickel-based 50-cent and $1 coins. The Royal Canadian Mint opened its Winnipeg plant in 1976. All of Canada's circulation coins and coins for foreign governments are struck in this ultra-modern facility. Also, in 1976, to celebrate the 21st Olympic Games in Montreal, the Royal Canadian Mint launched a series of silver coins in $5 and $10 denominations. 7 thematic sets were produced for a total of 28 commemorative coins, minted in both satin and proof finishes. A $100 gold coin, the first ever modern Olympic gold coin, was also struck, as well as the medals which were awarded to the Olympic champions. In February 1979, the government launched the Gold Maple Leaf program on a 3-year trial basis. Distinguished by the stunning likeness of a maple leaf on its reverse, Canada's first bullion coins contained 1 troy ounce of 24-karat gold. The maple leaf's success was such that Parliament authorized the coin's production on a continuing basis in 1981. Today, the gold maple leaf is considered to be the purest gold bullion coin in the world. The proof issue $100 gold coin celebrates the adoption of O Canada as the country's national anthem on July 1st, 1980. It is now time for the interesting fact of the day. The 1911 Canadian silver dollar is considered to be the rarest Canadian coin of all time. This coin is considered a pattern since it was a proposed coin with no circulation strikes ever having been produced. Only 3 of these coins were struck, 2 of them in silver and 1 in bronze. The bronze coin and a silver coin are housed at the Canadian Currency Museum in Ottawa, which leaves only 1 coin out there for collectors. At an auction in 2003, this coin fetched nearly $1 million. And that concludes the part 1 of this episode. Yeah, you heard it right, folks. The part 2 of this episode will be aired next week on July 5th. So the only thing I would tell you guys before signing out is to brace yourself for the second part, because I can guarantee you that it's going to be so much more fun than part 1. Thank you and goodbye.